In this universe,
in this galaxy, in this world, beneath the influencer clouds,
over the viral video fields,
off the information superhighway,
there are voices in the digital wilderness, whispering
more opinions.
If you listen,
you will hear. You're here and stuff.
Indeed, and stuff. Remember when that was a thing that you said, and stuff?
And stuff. Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I do. So, where do we start with headlines tonight? There's just a bunch of crap going on right now. The one I wanted to start with, because that's, tonight's show is actually one of those ones where we jump between slamming the left side of the aisle and the right side of the aisle. It's just, where do we want to start in the slamming that we're going to do? I saw on the news, I should have looked it up first, a Russian, I'm not sure what he was, or is, he's not dead. He is.
Iran.
But he spoke out against the war in Ukraine. And he is now going to be serving 25 years in prison. Because he spoke out, yeah. He lives in Russia and spoke out against the Ukraine war. And now he's going to go to jail for the next 25 years.
I suppose that's just a hair better than speaking out against the great leader Vladimir Putin and all of a sudden finding yourself disappeared.
Well, he also did that.
Oh.
He was, I'm just trying to find something that's not going to give me a lot of, he's a critic who spoke out against the war. And I guess he did say some things about Putin. Was sentenced to 25 years for treason. So all those mongoloids out there that say, we live in a communist country. It's so communist. Really? And I know we've said it on here before a lot. Go take your flags, your fuck Trudeau flags. Your fornicate Trudeau flags and switch that to fornicate Putin and go see how long you are out on the streets for.
Yep.
Yeah, and that actually goes for the left and the right. Anybody on the left of yours says, who you've heard them say, like, we live in a dictatorship, and go over there and see what a dictatorship is. And then again, get back to us about how much that sucked.
Yeah, and remember when the convoy was going on, how many people were not only saying things on social media or to, I guess, CTV or CBC about Trudeau, our great leader, but there was a giant semi-truck with the words F Trudeau on it. What happened to those people? Are they in jail for 25 years? And don't give me this, the leaders of the convoy being in prison and jail and what have you. There are different charges. They're not there for 25 years.
And they're there because they're meatheads and brought weapons to the border.
Whoa.
That's what happened here in Alberta. I don't know about in Ontario or Ottawa, but when they arrested the guys here who were doing leading the convoy, they had a bunch of weapons in their motorhomes and vehicles. What did you think was going to happen? Like,
you have a flag, go on through.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I just thought that was interesting. It always makes me laugh. Those people like, oh yeah, we're communism. Oh yeah, no, this is communist, guys. This is a dictatorship, and he's now going to jail for 25 years.
Yep.
Yep. So, yeah, and I mean there's your loss of freedom of speech. When people want to carry on about, oh, I lost my freedom of speech, I lost it. No, you didn't, because you'd be in jail right now.
Yeah.
So, just saying.
But then they're going to leapfrog. They're going to say, oh, Bill C-11 or whatever other bill is going to come out in the future. It's going to take away my freedom of speech on the internet. And then it turns out, no, that's not what the bill says. The majority have not read the bill. They don't understand the language. Nothing happened.
And I know we're in a slippery slope as we sit here and talk freely on the internet, but aren't there some people who just shouldn't be allowed to talk on the internet? I know it's a slippery slope. I get that, but then who's to say who can say and what? But aren't just sometimes like, I wish you weren't allowed to talk on the internet.
No, I think everyone should be able to say what they want. In other words, they're outing themselves for the truly horrible people that they are, and then we take away their internet privileges forever.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I like that. I'm okay with that. I like that.
Yeah.
So, and the next one to move on to, so this will just keep putting along here on our little choo-choo train. I sent Alex a picture. I don't know if it ended up in the archives here for us to look at.
Which one?
Sorry, this were you gonna that like this? So this one, this is the one. This one right here. That poor woman. Okay, I guess I shouldn't assume gender, but like she is like the poster child of Karen. Right? The poor woman. But it is kind of true when if people on the left are like, oh, I can't believe you're so mad about a beer can. It's like, well, I haven't heard. The thing is, I heard a lot about Aunt Jemima. A lot. That who she was. I've never heard anything about the native girl that was on the butter. Like there's a native girl there. Have you ever heard a story how she herself was persecuted?
Land Lakes? No, I didn't even know that product existed.
I think it was an American product, but even Uncle Ben's. As anybody, if anyone in the chat has heard anything about these two products, that I mean, I didn't really hear anything bad about Aunt Jemima either, but
is Ryan, that means chime in.
Yeah, well, Ryan, yeah, and Chad's here too. But
is he though?
No, he's probably eating his pudding and forgot what he was doing. Betsy's yelling at the clouds right now. Yeah. So, but anyways, it's interesting that apparently transgenderism is the trigger for the right, because I know for sure that there was gay beer cans last year. I know I say gay, but okay, sorry, I should say rainbow beer cans last year. I know there was. But apparently that wasn't the trigger. The trigger is this transgender person. Say his name again.
Dylan Mulvaney.
Dylan Mulvaney. So apparently he's the church. She's the trigger. Try to be respectful of the pronouns, but apparently she's the trigger.
Hello, Wade. Thank you for liking us on Facebook. Greatly appreciated.
Thanks, Tig. So, but it is funny how people now just pile on, because now this is an exclusive. This is the Daily Mail. Has 22.1 million followers. Budweiser owner Anheuser-Busch is now accused of racist and sexist hiring practices that prioritize minorities, in complaint filed by Trump's advisor legal group during the Dylan Mulvaney firestorm. So is this what, like, we're just going to pile on now with whatever we can? Just, like, oh, this, but, Anheuser-Busch has, got the balls in a vice, so let's just spin it a couple more times. Because why was this never brought up before? Why is this being brought up now?
Again, it's the pile-on effect. Welcome to the internet.
And this becomes the problem with This happened with the movement when Donald Trump was voted president. The whole, like, because it all started with, excuse the language, derogatoriness. I don't know if this counts, but when Pussygate happened, because that's what they called it, right?
Yeah.
It was hijacked by other groups. And it's like, this is what it's so, what I'm saying is right now there's a battle, whether it's good or not, between transgender and Bud Light, all the things in the world. But now it's getting hijacked here because, so now there's a civil rights complaint. I'll read the article here and just, we'll go from there. Related to its program aimed at aimed towards hiring, providing scholarships for women and minorities. Oh, this is not going to be a good look for the right here, I think. American First Legal, which is led by senior members of the Trump administration, sent a letter to the U.S. Equality Employment Opportunities Commission alleging that the world's largest brewing companies engage in discriminatory hiring practices. The group claims that the companies are using a cloak of equality and proudly discriminative based on race, color, origin, and sex in their employment practices, according to the letter that has been obtained by the Daily Mail. The accusation comes, of course, during this transgender social media star promoting Bud Light in recent TikTok videos, leading to a slew of criticism and aimed at the beer and its parent company. I'm trying to get to the crux of it here, people. One leadership acceleration program, which advertises that it provides formal mentorship and exclusive interaction and leaders development curriculum for those who identify with historically underrepresented groups as they join our organization in a full-time capacity. It only encourages Black people of Black, Native American, and Latino origins apply. But this is for that little program. It's not just saying that we're not going to hire white people. It's saying this is a purpose for them to make sure that they have equal opportunity. I'm guessing. Like, I think they're just swinging at the fences here, seeing how it'll stick.
I would like to think that they've filled their quota of white people. Now we need to add other more diverse people. Maybe. I don't know.
That's, yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah, I can't believe this, the hate, that everything, that this is all just, you know, taking on the life of itself. And really, it's beer. And so here's the thing that was pointed out to me today, especially with Kid Rock shooting up that beer. Like, you already own the beer. You've paid for it. So it's, you owned it. So that would be like me being mad at my, you know, like, I don't even, like, I'm not a Montreal Canadiens fan anymore. Somebody burn all my crap. You know, I would give it to someone else, to just find someone else and get, like, I wouldn't, like, that makes no sense. Yeah, I spent all this money on this beer and now I shot it. America! Like, that's the world we live in, folks.
Thank you very much, Beverly, for liking us on Facebook.
Thank you,
Greatly
Beverly.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
See, all that money, and again, like, but this could be kind of short-sighted by Bud Light. See, I love the show because we're just all over, right? Know your market. It's kind of like I was thinking about this earlier. It kind of goes with the whole remaking movies with full female casts. We've talked about this before. Ghostbusters flopped. The remake with all the girls. Ocean's 8. Well, but they flopped. They were whether it was all right or not, they flopped. I'm saying they didn't, because women don't want to see those movies. Women want to see Jennifer Aniston, you know, not realize that the man that she wanted the whole time was in front of her, and in the end, that's what they want. Dudes want the action movies, right? Right.
Yeah. Hello, Ashley. Thank you for liking us on Facebook. Love you so much.
And I know that Tig. I know Tig does not drink beer. I know that. So, But it's just kind of like, no, you're right. Like, it's a bunch of hillbillies that drink beer. And I said this before. I know one transgender person, and I know a few gay people, but one that I know drinks. And my white girl footer drinks Bud Light. I've seen him drink Bud Light. And the transgender person that I know, he drinks Bud Light. Yeah, hillbillies. That's their key market. That just, because I'm just saying that's what it is, right? So it's, you gotta know where you're like, but I don't think they were expecting this. Like, there are people that Kim told me, there are people who go into her establishment that play the machines that used to drink Bud Light, and they don't anymore. Ugh. Which is crazy.
Now, before you go on, momentarily, I want to give a shout out and a very special hello to our good friend, James. Thank you so much for laughing at us on Facebook. I hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to you in so long. It's strange for a guy to say this to another guy, but I miss you, my friend. And
I miss him too.
I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much.
I got together with Ryan. I didn't have time to get together with James when I was back in Prince. It's funny how you just lose time, right? When you're somewhere, you're like, I got lots of time to do stuff, and then you realize, oh crap, I just ran myself out of time. Because usually what happens is when I get to Prince, it's all busy up front. We go to Mackenzie for a couple days, and by the time I get back to Prince, I'm like, oh, I'm
exhausted. I gotta have a nap.
Yeah, well, there's nothing better for an old man than that nap you get to have while on holidays. Like, is there more any more of a free feeling when you're gonna be laying on a comfortable couch? There's a movie on, and you're just like, I don't have to be anywhere. I don't have nothing to worry about. And if we don't make dinner, we can order pizza. Right? Is there any more of a chill feeling in the world than when you're just like,
Unfortunately, I've not had that experience because, number one, if there's a movie on, I'm going to watch the movie. Number two, I haven't taken a nap at all in the past. It's got to be before 2010. I don't remember.
You're ridiculous.
Yes, I am. And that's what makes this show work. Because we got this dynamic.
Because you're ridiculous? No,
yes.
And you don't need, I'm not saying you need to I like back when we were really partying, when the band first started, I was okay, I need to go to bed and have like a 3-hour nap because I know like, but you gotta remember at the same time, we were starting to drink at like 5:30 in the evening and we were closing the bar down and I was like stumbling home.
Yeah.
Right. But now I don't really actually. So the last time I went out, my buddy Rob is the same way. Like he doesn't go out anymore either. And we always joke around and say, hey, so cocaine and hookers tonight, like we're going to go hard. And that means that we're going to have a nap. Like we'll have a nap so that we can actually stay up late. Right. Like, yeah. And he'll say that the last time we were going to go out, he's like, oh, so is this a cocaine night? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Which means we just have a nap. Right. So for anybody, narcs on me, I'll pee clean. Like it's just diabetes. That's it. There's no drugs in my system. So, but napping rules. Napping is awesome. Nothing beats when you're laying on the couch and like when I said when I was at Sarah's, I'd seen the movie, so I wasn't missing anything. And we kind of been rushing around or running around. It was one of those. Yes, I got nothing to do. And those are great feelings. Like you don't even just lay on the couch, and I guess you don't really watch TV, and like, no, you don't. And like I'll like lay on the couch, throw on like a program, and it's just like, yep, I'm gonna go out for about 20 minutes. And you're not really like full REM sleep. Like you can still kind of hear the TV and you can hear the like just enough just to relax. You need to get on that, man. You will feel awesome.
This is how ridiculous I am.
Okay.
Number one, I don't have cable TV, and I have not in all the years that I have lived alone. if I am going to sit in front of a TV and watch a program, especially something that I'm paying for, I am not going to ignore it because I'd be wasting money and power. You know what I'm saying? I'm that. If I was a dad, I'd be that kind of dad. I'd have the thermostat within arm's reach, saying, "Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it."
So was Bruce that way?
Not that I can recall.
Bruce, we need verification. If you were a stickler, my dad was. If that fan came on and he wasn't ready for it, oh man. Yeah, you were gonna catch some poop on that one.
Oh, I want to go back to Ashley's comment for a minute. My grandma drinks Bud Light with clam. Now, I'd like to point out that Ashley's grandmother is either 90 or over or approaching it, and she drinks alcohol. One would think at that age she should be, watching her diet and keeping active and stuff. But no, this woman is amazing. She drinks Bud Light with clam. You know what, Wade? You need to mail to Ashley's grandma those 4 cases of Bud Light.
I don't think he can do that.
And wine. Jesus, is she?
Yeah, okay, but can we call a spade here? Ashley,
She's just stumbling around.
I hope grandma lives like forever.
She would.
But at the end of the day, she's just like, I'm almost 90 and I'm still here. Bring on the beer.
Do you remember there was an old Dave Chappelle bit where he said if he lives to be an old man, he would just do all the drugs in the world, and people would be looking at him, that old man is tripping, and he'd be walking around like that.
Right?
You know what? We could piss off the left and the right if we had the Bud Light and we were drinking it on stream, and well, that would piss off the right. But what about the left? How do we anger the left at the same time?
Does anybody have an Aunt Jemima bottle we can borrow?
I didn't say canceled. I say piss off.
Oh.
Ooh, hello.
No, because they go hard in the paint. You do the littlest thing, you're canceled. Like yeah. I think if you do the like the littlest thing, you're like, oh, and you're screwed. Okay,
so this is one of the reasons that grandma is 90, because she's active, especially gardening. Man, that can, take some I don't know where I'm going with this. It can take some time off.
But you're right. No, so 2 weeks ago, I called both sets of my parents and my grandparents and my auntie. So my auntie, everyone knew what was going on. She ended up getting shingles. Okay, this happens. Hello, Bolo. Hey, Alma, I wasn't ignoring you. I talked to you enough. So auntie had shingles. So I'm like, okay. So I stopped talking. Finished talking to auntie. Call my mother. My mom's sick. Like, she's very sick. So I'm like, okay, love you. Bye. I'll let you go. You're sick. Sound good, right? I call my dad. My dad that day had just been put on oxygen. He's on oxygen now. So I'm like, oh my goodness. So I call my grandmother, Cohen's great grandma. Oh yeah, we're fine, huh? Grandpa just cut up a bunch of firewood and doing gardening and yeah. So it just proves it. You stay active. You like my grandfather. I should take a picture for you next time I'm there, like to show you all his firewood. His whole yard is firewood. He just cuts cords of firewood, keeps himself busy. Does and that's just it. Active. Be active.
Yes, that is hugely important. Stay physically active. There were many smart people, geniuses of their time. They lived a good 70, 80 years, but I don't think that they were known for their physical prowess.
No.
Even Schwarzenegger, with the amount of steroids he did back in the 70s, and as you would say, all the steroids in the world at some point in time, he's still going. He's going to be 75 this year. Something like that.
It sounds about right. I think it sounds about right. You're ballpark.
Yeah. And I got a story about Schwarzenegger later. He's still active too. Even if I think he still does some weightlifting, but he keeps himself active.
Yeah. I always see pictures of him riding his bike and all that stuff. Right. So yeah, just active. And it doesn't have to be, you don't have to be in there killing yourself in the weight room. Like you don't need to.
Yeah. Speaking of your mom, there was a post that she tagged you in on Facebook.
Mhm.
I'm going to show this picture now.
I want
That
one. I need it.
you know what? If your mom buys 2 of those, one for you and one for me, I will go to Tabor and we will do a show together wearing those. I guarantee you. This is no joke.
No, my mom will make it.
Awesome.
Yeah, my mom. If she were going to, I'll next time I talk to mom, I'll say that, hey, if you do this, Alex says that he will wear. Can you imagine how warm that would be? Especially here when it's 45 degrees. I think that'd have to be a fall show. That would have to be a fall show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd wear the crap out of that. I would. No, probably not. I would wear that to karaoke. I would say I would wear that on stage at Cornfest, but no, I'm not going to do that. I'd wear that to karaoke.
You dressed up like a nun for one of your shows.
That was a house party.
Ah.
Yeah. Actually, and Tig was there dressed as a Spartan. Yep, that was a night. Yeah, then we had our guitarist at the time was wearing a full bunny or a bear suit. Oh my god! And he took it off. He was just soaked.
Yeah,
just soaked in sweat. I was like, it's so gross. Yeah. I have some awesome music news. This is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know there was a lawsuit going on. I'm going to move this over here to read, so I'm actually kind of looking at the camera here. Soundgarden and the Chris Cornell estate have settled a lawsuit. I didn't know there was a lawsuit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Vicky Cornell, on behalf of the estate of Chris Cornell and surviving members of Soundgarden, have settled a contentious legal battle that will allow new music for the band that they were working on leading up to Chris's death to be released. Yes. I think I saw, I'm reading here. Oh, I got goosebumps just reading it. I think I saw 7 songs. Yeah, I think I saw 7 new songs. But either way, we're going to get new. It sounds like we're going to get some new Soundgarden. That's exciting.
I feel almost the same as I did when I first heard Nirvana's You Know You're Right on the radio.
Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, it was so, I remember listening to it and going, okay, it was okay. But like, it was, I remember the build-up. I remember blowing my mind. And I like that Chris Novoselic said, he's like, everybody's losing their mind, and I've had it in my basement sitting beside my record player the whole time.
Well, why didn't you link it?
He wasn't allowed to.
I know.
Because Courtney, what's her face there? Yes, yeah. My name's Courtney Love. But yeah, that's exciting. I wonder what Butt Blaster Brody's on here. I wonder if he heard that. I thought I saw, sorry, I'm looking again. I thought I saw 7 songs in different stages of completion. That is exciting. There he is. Yeah, Butt Blaster Brody. Yeah. I can't wait, Brody. I was so excited. I was so excited to share that with everybody because that is amazing. New Soundgarden. Oh.
And special shout out to the 5 people on YouTube, the 4 people on Nick's Facebook, and the 2 people on my Facebook who are watching right now. We got 11 viewers. This is, I think for this year, I think this is a record. So thank you all very much.
Yeah.
It's greatly apprecited. We apologize for wasting your time, but it's kind of really your fault for being here.
You found us. You're still here. Oh, and I don't know if he's going to be here tonight. Big shout out to Freak Nasty. I hope he's up working. I saw a picture of him. He's got the full gear on, so hopefully he's working safe. I always liked Ty. I really did.
Yeah, so. I stole at least 1, if not 2 pictures from his Facebook that I wanted to share tonight.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so that's, we always talk about crap, but this is Soundgarden. Like, I'm excited. I'm giddy. I'm actually giddy that there's going to be new Soundgarden. It was kind of like when that new Tragically Hip stuff came out. It was like, you could tell it was made around the Road Apples time. It was the same kind of styling, but it was still like, it's new. It's new. It's new. It sounds so awesome. Thank you, Bolo. We appreciate it. Hey, check out this picture. It's pretty badass. So I was kind of looking for a new screensaver, and I hope you can see that.
Oh.
It's Lemmy.
Yes.
Isn't that awesome? I was looking for something different because I've done like Jason and Nightmare, Texas Chainsaw, and I was like, oh, how about a Lemmy? Let's find a Lemmy one, and that was like the second one. I'm like, sold. We're done.
I instantly think of, and I can't remember the exact quote from Airheads about the trick question of Lemmy
that
and
was
God.
it. Yeah, who would win in a fight, Lemmy or God? And he's like, God, Lemmy is God. And then the next one was, whose side did you take in the Van Halen Eddie or David Lee Roth battle? Van Halen, he's a pig.
He's a cop.
Yeah, he's a cop. Yeah. Like, yeah, how could you take in that? But which is, I always found it funny is that with Van Halen, when they went to Van Hagar, and because David Lee Roth said they were getting to synthesizer, and then he releases California Girls. That's one of those, like, what? You know, like it was one of those weird, that's pretty, but I will say, Just Like Paradise was a pretty badass song by David Lee Roth. I think Stevie Ray Vaughan was on that guitar.
That is a very good Adam Sandler.
I'm not gonna. And you want to know what? I know, Brody, you're waiting for me to say, "Of course, that's what Brody said." I'm with you. Yeah. I'd say that and Happy Gilmore are my favorite. Like, I could watch those all the time.
Yes.
Happy Gilmore's hard to top. I mean, it's better. I'd say Airhead's definitely better than Billy Madison. That's just my opinion, and I like Billy Madison. Yeah, I like a couple of Van Hagar songs, but I do enjoy Van Halen more.
I like Humans Being because I first heard that on the Twister soundtrack.
Yeah. That and When It's Love is a really good song.
When It's Love?
How do I know when it's love? It's just something you feel together. Okay. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Can't remember.
Shut up, Alex. I know you're not a video gamer. I actually started watching the Last of Us series.
Oh,
pretty actually enjoying it. I actually think you'd like it. If you like zombies and horror stuff, it's an interesting, awesome take, and they actually discuss or talk about. You find out what is making people into zombies, and which never happens, right? They've always said we don't know if it's a virus, we don't know if it's this, we don't know if it's that. No, they just flat out say like this is what's doing it. I think you'd like it. If you can find it, I recommend you watch it.
I'm very aware of both the video game and the TV series because Pedro Pascal is in the TV series. Again, because I'm not a TV watcher, it's not going to be for a good few years that I catch up to it.
Well, and Alma will sit here and bust my balls about it because her and the guy we game with all the time have always said I need to play The Last of Us. And I started, and I just like, man, whatever. See?
Yeah, there she is.
There it is. I haven't played it yet. Really? Why'd you even ask that? I haven't played. I played it like the first level or something. I was like, I'm so stuck in my ways when it comes to my video games. I'm just like, let me go play GTA again.
Brody, I did see Scream 6. I saw it in the theater. I'm so glad I did. Lukewarm take, better than Scream 5. Pretty good. Although it got kind of convoluted toward the end. I'm not going to spoil the end. Although I do love Dermot Mulroney. And it's a good movie. And like Frank said, turn your brain off, stuff your face full of popcorn, and enjoy. And I'm going to say that about my movie recommendation at the end of this show.
Okay. So Chadney, turn your freaking bell tone up. Because I said I played it. It said I played it. Said I didn't play it for long. I said I played it. Just enjoy your pudding and nod.
Don't have HBO. Don't have cable TV. Don't have Amazon Prime. Don't have Netflix.
At the rate cable is going, and I know it would probably end up costing as much money to get all of the services. I'm getting to that point where TV sucks. Like there's just nothing on.
That's a hot take.
There's a lot of people that just have services.
Yeah.
And it's at that point, like the other day we were bored. So what do we started The Last of Us, but we were watching Friends. We have a free app called Pluto. It's a free TV. We watch Judge Judy on it all the time. Like we love the old. I love it because she reminds me of my Auntie Anne, and I lost my auntie about 10 years ago now, and she reminds me of my auntie so much. Just the mannerisms and just it's great.
What, the cord to your catheter?
Your oxygen?
Oh.
Oh! See, and my big one, I still love Maury. I love Maury. I can't get enough of it's gonna be the sexist asshole, but the woman that comes on is like, I'm 1,000% sure. I know. I've been with no one else. And then it goes and it's like, you're not the father. And she always they scream and they run into the back and they usually do a slide on the floor like and like, oh yes, and it's amazing. And it's just like, it's astounding television. I'm just because it's just the leading up to this, the whole like, I'm 1,000% sure. I know. And then it always turns into, if he is the father, he's like, okay, I'll do it. And she's like, yeah, child support. It's like, oh my God.
But that, I think back then that became a formula because you get the audience accustomed to the "you're not the father" line. So the energy builds up in the audience. The audience knows it's coming. So when they get that pop, when they get that line, it just explodes like Jerry Springer. And that's great TV. You know what? The last time I saw an episode of Jerry Springer, Ashley, was back in 1998. I think Kristen, for whatever reason, we were watching TV, and I swear that's the last time I saw that because I haven't seen trash like that since.
We just watched Jerry Springer because it's on the same channel in Pluto as Maury is. The one that makes me laugh was there was a white couple, and the baby was not white. And they're on the Maury show, and it's one of those. Even Maury's looking at him sideways, like, "You're really not sure?" Like it's like that line from Me, Myself, and the Irene, where he's like, "Man, their dicks are bigger than those sausages. Come on." You ever remember Me, Myself, and Irene?
It was years ago when I saw it.
Because there was his wife gave birth to triplets, and because she had sex with the black little person, and Hank, was his name Hank, convinced himself that they were his, and they're over at a barbecue, and the guys are like, "Dude, like these aren't your kids," and that's when the guy says, "Like Hank, their dicks are bigger than the sausages you got right here." Is that I don't remember that episode, Brody, where the woman had slept with two different guys on the same night. Wow. I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that it can happen, but it's a rarity. So of course we're gonna, question something like that and laugh at it because of how rare it is. But yes, it absolutely is possible.
What was the one girl? The one lady was up to like 17 guys for like her 2 or 3 children. 17.
Well, she narrowed it down, I guess.
Like, come on, that has to hang like a sleeve of a wizard. It has to, right? Like sleeve of a wizard. Something about Mary. Something about Mary. Wow, that's crazy. Who knew?
Genetic anomalies.
Yeah, oh, for sure, right? Like, la, 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 la. Have you got any stories you want to talk about?
Yeah.
A boot?
Go ahead.
A boot.
Yeah. Coming right. Oop
in a boot. Yeah, well, 16 or 17 at that point, Ash doesn't really matter. It's like putting your dick in a coffee can. Oh, Lord.
You ever done that? Here's how we
No,
start
but
a
now-
conversation. You
no,
ever done that? You ever stuck
but-
your dick in insert thing here?
But I feel like I need to now, just so I can experience it, just to know what it would have been like having intercourse with that lady. I feel that's on the bucket list now. Just saying.
All right, so score one for the other side. And by the other side, I mean the people who said from the beginning that the virus came from a lab.
Okay, hold on. Okay, 1-0. Scored it. Okay.
You ever stuck your dick in a bucket before?
Well, I didn't call her that, but I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, really. You throw a pencil over Grand Canyon, it's gonna seem small.
To be young and stupid again.
Oh, good Lord. Can you? Ugh. So I told your story. Wouldn't it be great just for one night of just to be able to go back and be invisible and watch us of one of those dumb parties? Just one of those nights to be like, I want to punch every one of us in the face right now. Just every one of us that are here. And it would have to be a night that you're drunk. So it would have to be like the May long. Like when we rode out at 76 Mile or whatever. Because you'd have to be drunk too, because you were usually sober. And just to watch us just be dumb and be like, oh man, I'd like to punch. I bet you by the end of it, like, I'm gonna punch like everybody in the face. No, but I'm sure some of the women I are with did, being me. I'm sure they I'm sure they woke up. They were like, wow. They laid on me long enough that they actually left an imprint, like a newspaper on Silly Putty.
Oh, I remember the opposite. It was the Dean Martin roast of, I think it was Dean Martin.
Okay.
It was one of the Dean Martin roasts from the 70s, and Don Rickles was up.
I knew it was going to be Don Rickles. I knew it.
The Merchant of Venom, what was that? The Something of Warmth. Oh man, he was so great. So it was in the 70s, and Orson Welles was there. And Don Rickles was roasting Orson Welles, and he said something about, referring to Orson, this man has been with a great many women in his life. They're all flat now. Because Orson was a big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Orson Welles, yes.
After the 50s, he kind of got to be pretty big.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So, stories.
Yeah. All right. So the COVID pandemic, sparked by accidental leak from Wuhan lab, U.S. investigation concludes. And a lengthy U.S. Senate report concluded. Now, unfortunately, I did not find the report or read it, so I'm simply going by what this says. Now, in reading this, it's right about here. The report also noted that the type of bats carrying the closest virus to COVID-19 lived over 1,000 miles away. That's not the one. Here's the one. The lab had collected over 200 coronaviruses, and employees had been photographed handling bats with inadequate protective gear. So I remember somewhere March, April, May 2020, Alex Jones, of course, was saying that the virus was completely man-made. And on Knowledge Fight, because I'm listening to that kind of time period right now, they were saying that reports at the time about scientists who were studying the virus, they were saying that you could, break it down genetically, and there were bits of, I think, bat DNA in there. So it's not as cut and dry, because some of the viruses from the bats they had collected in the lab. So they had over 200. So that is very important to note. You can't just say, oh, it's man-made, enough said. No, you got to get down into the nitty-gritty.
Yes. That was a conversation I had with Colin today. We kind of started talking about guns and religion. And he made the blanket statement of, well, I don't think guns should be regulated at all, or not but I don't know how he said it. I'm like, sources, come on. Or I heard, he said something like, I heard Trudeau was trying to ban handguns. That's what he said. Sources, son. Well, I don't know. Sources, come on. You can't just say that shit. You need to be able to back it up. And I said, furthermore, no matter what we think about Trudeau, and I said, he is a dolt. That, and I feel that way about most politicians anyways. It's not just him. He can't just go in and go bibbity boppity boop, done. He can't do that.
Nope. We have a Senate and something else like a parliament.
Yeah, and people just seem to forget that he can't do that.
Yeah, he is not a dictator. He doesn't just stamp something. Oh, this is law now. No, we have a parliamentary process for this kind of thing. I think we learned it in school. Yeah.
School.
It was school.
It was school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was school. School day.
Yeah.
School day. Yeah.
Remember school?
No. Because it was that long ago.
Yeah.
That long ago. So.
You want to watch a video about Trudeau?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so Chad sent this to me. This is a great little conversation piece. Now, back when Trudeau was first elected, I remember seeing a news conference that he gave where he was trying to speak to reporters, and I say trying because he kept going, and it just destroyed anything he was trying to say. But before we get to that, we have a committee vessels.
Yeah.
We might.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the difficult thing, and I've said this before about being a politician. Let's say you're, I don't know what a district would be. Let's say the city of Vancouver. Now, think just the city. I'm not talking New West, Tri-Cities, Northwest Vancouver, Surrey, Delta. I'm not talking the city of Vancouver.
Yeah,
just
okay,
that.
I get it. Yep.
That population of people. If you're head of that district, I don't know what the title is. You're running that district.
Wouldn't it be just a mayor, or is there city council?
Not mayor or city council. I'm talking about when there's a general election. You don't vote for the prime minister. You vote for the people in your riding.
The seat, the riding. Yeah, the seat. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So in that, if you're in that position and you've got letters and emails and people calling every day, do this, do that, do this, do that. It's no matter what you choose, what little one thing you try and change and do, there's going to be a whole host of people are saying, you're an idiot. Why did you do that? You should have done this thing instead, or that thing. Now I'm not going to vote for you, and I'm going to spread stuff about you online. That's how difficult it is being a politician.
Yes.
And I'm not a politician.
Not at all. Well, it's like the lady you talked about, what's her face? When she was, remember during the pandemic, look, she's traveling without a mask. She's doing this. She's doing that. Do you remember your Minister of Health, I think it was?
Bonnie Henry.
Yes, and there was all that, stuff that happened when they were claiming, oh, she's traveling without a mask. And they caught her, like, a picture in, like, the ferry terminal or wherever she was.
Yes.
Yeah, and you brought that all up, and you went through all that, so...
MP, Member of Parliament. Thank you. I renounced my Canadian citizenship because I didn't know what a Member of Parliament was. I'll be across the border. Goodbye. Anyway. 100 to 50%. Yeah, 50 or more, depending on who believes what at the time.
Yep.
So anyway, Chad brought this to my attention, and I thought this was a great little conversation piece because we may have thought of Trudeau as a moron. Maybe he is. Hey, unless you're in her position, I wouldn't go that far. There may be some things I would disagree with her on, but considering what she had to do in terms of decision making, I wouldn't outright say F her. Not at all. Anyway, that's for another time.
What?
Okay,
now everyone has to drink because now there's family drama on the air. Oh, I just shit myself. Where did you get these things?
They're on my safety glass.
Oh God, I stink. Okay, bye. Where are you going? What?
I gotta go get gas.
Oh, sorry, you totally mush-mouthed yourself. Okay, bye. Love you. Make good choices. You do
Good.
not.
Good life choices.
Yeah, right.
All right, here we go. So, Lib Lord being our current prime minister, and
I'll make the same choice as you would have.
No, because I was drunk at your age. Go away. I'm trying to do stuff and learn. You're interrupting my education.
You're learning.
I'm
What are
learning.
you learning about?
Larry, you need to get the F out of here. You almost cost me a quarter there. Now everyone has to drink because now there's family drama. Get out of here. Ah, crotch gardens.
Brody, do you want me to email you that fart in an MP3?
That was a good one. I didn't think I had to fart. Then I leaned over and I was like, oh, no, escaped.
Okay, this is about 2 minutes long. It's our current prime minister versus a young guy who is voting for or has voted for the People's Party of Canada. Do you know anyone who is a supporter of the PPC?
Brody might correct. I think Rhett might be, and a couple other guys that I won't dox them, but I think Rhett, but Rhett would be the first to be like, yeah, I am. So I mean, I don't know for sure. So
I've met 2 people who have voted for the PPC, and I really hope that they are not representative of the party, because if they are terrible people, and that's a terrible party. Our GTA friend marks all the time.
oh, dude, he has a leather couch too, so it reverberates. Would you get out of here? God, sperm pet interrupting.
Would that be 2018, Brody? Because I remember that person. I have audio clips of that person. Anyway.
Oh, my eye itches.
On with the interaction.
Yes.
Our dental program that is going to help low-income families be able to send their kids to the dentist. Would you support that?
I'm not fully into it. I just know.
Well, you don't think?
For sure, I'm against abortion.
Hang on. We'll put that aside for a second.
Yeah.
You don't think low-income families should have access to dental care?
I think they should.
You think they should?
Yeah.
Well, Pierre Poilievre and the Conservative Party voted against that.
Okay.
So already you see the party you support. The party you support.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
I'm not fully
doesn't support
conservative. I'm more PPC. I'm not really
more PPC.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
All right. So Trudeau has inadvertently, kind of nailed this guy down as far as his political views go.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's going to get interesting at this point.
Yeah, now it is. Yep.
Now, with regards to poor people having access to dental care, dental is not cheap. So we have to open up the budgeting books to find out how we are going to allocate money, if we can allocate money, for such an expenditure. And this is after we get running water on a consistent basis to the reservations that need it.
Yes. I agree with that.
Okay. But getting the water to the reservations, is that before or after we help out our veterans? Because I see this on Facebook all the time. We got to help our veterans. We don't need to help immigrants. We got to help the veterans first. Well, okay, then there's nothing that says we can't do both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But is it in the budget?
I don't know if it is. Is it? I haven't seen the budget yet. Maybe I need to see the budget before I make a decision on that.
I would like to see the budget, but I didn't take accounting in high school.
No, neither did I.
Here we go.
Why is that? Why are you PPC?
I think they're mostly Christian. I think I'm against the vaccine mandate.
These are mostly Christian, so you don't think we should be supporting Muslims?
No, I think we support everyone.
You should support everyone.
I think mainly liberal abortion is against Christianity. I think a lot of
okay. Do you think that women should have the right to choose what happens to their own bodies?
Personally, no.
No, you think
Personally, no.
Okay.
I love this screenshot. Look at Trudeau. He's about to give him the old what
he's
for.
like he's that dad that's giving his child crap for just saying something he shouldn't have been. That's awesome.
Oh, good. Good, Ryan. Thank you for bringing that up. The low-income dental plan is already in effect. Excellent. Now, is that for BC only or is that Canada-wide? And what would be the stipulations? I'm not asking you to bring that up. I'm just, giving people something to look up and further ask questions about.
Yes. Yeah, especially if anyone here needs it. Like, yeah, get the word out to people if they need it, right?
All right, let's see what old Papa
All
Trudeau has
right.
to say.
I think you should be able to choose what happens to a woman's body.
Well, I think if they're sleeping around, they shouldn't be allowed to abort the baby. Personally, I'm pro-choice.
Stop! 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 Okay. Fine. If you're a whore, you do not get to choose if you have abortions. You don't. Fine. And this kid's. But at the same time, for guys that are slinging their crap all over, they have to get a vasectomy. Because we don't need you spreading your seed. Because if that's the way you feel, then yeah, you shouldn't be spreading your seed. That's what I'm just saying.
But Nick, what if this is the guy who's going to bring about the kid who's able to save the world?
Well, then he screwed it up for the world to be saved. It's his fault. Should have thought about that before he ran his freaking dick licker.
Yeah, for most major procedures, dental related, it does cost more than $1,000.
It's ridiculous.
And for kids, despite having the best intentions by their parents for brushing their teeth and keeping their mouths clean, the amount of dental work, and I'm speaking now from myself, that I had to go through when I was a kid, it was ridiculous.
Yeah. It's pretty disgusting, actually, how much it costs for dental.
Nowadays, yeah. And back then, I wouldn't doubt it.
Thank goodness our parents had benefits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kids are stupid.
Thanks, Polo.
Kids were stupid back then, too.
Polo, don't get it twisted, dude. We were just as dumb. We just didn't record it all. Well, me and Alex did a bit. But there's lots of stuff before that we did not record that we were dumb. That we were dumb.
Yeah, I swallowed toothpaste as a kid, and you can see how that affects me now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Wait, you just say you're pro-choice. No, you're pro-choice. No, you're not pro-choice.
No, I'm pro-life.
Okay, pro-life.
Yeah.
And you don't think women should be able to make choices what they do with their bodies?
With abortion, no, personally, no.
Why not? Why not?
Okay, to be honest with you, I don't know what this kid was trying to prove. And I know we're no Trudeau fans, but he's making himself look really stupid. Not Trudeau. This young kid is.
Yeah.
To me, anyways. Like again, like I'm not a Trudeau fan, but he's really. And this isn't the worst I've seen Trudeau be.
And now this is why I brought this clip in, because compared with this kid, Trudeau, he looks like he's handling this very well, and he does look like he has read up on the issues, and he is prepared for this.
Yes. And the thing is the kid should be more prepared, because Trudeau's just walking and he's being talked to. So if anything, this kid should have like the advantage to be ready to go, right? But it's just, yeah, to me, he's not saying anything. And back to what Bolo said, with no respect. I know Ashley has young kids, a young son, and her daughter's 14, 15. And so the way that we raise kids now is way different than how we were raised. But the way kids talk to parents nowadays, I would have never, ever thought about talking to my father that way, or my mother. Ever. Oh, what did I want to ask your dad? Oh, Bruce, were you a stickler on the thermostat in the house? Alex wasn't sure. That's like the beginning of the show. And I said, oh, I wish Bruce was here. So I'd get some context to know what your feelings were on children or anyone else touching the thermostat. So, yeah. No, he
No, he
wasn't.
wasn't.
I didn't think you were, and Alex actually said that too. My father was. My dad, which is ridiculous. I lived in a little trailer. It didn't cost that much to heat that thing. Great googly moogly.
Because it was their choice to sleep around. They have to.
No. Whoa. That is. So a woman who is raped should be able to get an abortion?
I'd say that's where it gets complicated.
No, it doesn't get complicated.
But that's
it's
like
either yes or no.
That's
she's
super specific examples. Those are
But
like
no, but
5%.
it's an all too common example.
Hey, stop.
Right? Women get.
Yep.
But you saying a woman sleeping around, that's a specific thing. Then what is your gauge of sleeping around? Is it one guy? Is it 5 guys? Is it 10 guys? Like what is the parameter? Like that's just it. When do you set that parameter?
Yeah, what is the cutoff for being a whore? No.
Like I think we
Wrong
need
word.
I think what we need to discuss. Well, no, we really, and this goes for men and women. Like what is we need like a whore scale. Like you know, like what is the dirtiest you can think of? Like is skank the dirtiest, and the bottom would be a hoe.
Yeah.
So do you go like hoe is like 1 and the skank
he
is
got
10?
killed off because he said, "Oh, there you are." You were saying?
What did I get killed off for? Did I freeze up?
Yeah, you froze up right after you said whore scale.
Oh yeah, sorry. Well, yeah, okay, Alex. I mean, yeah, you nailed it. But like, but we need like a whore scale. Like,
Ashley, I hope that's changing in this day and age. A lady sleeps with 4 girls? Well, I gotta see that.
all right. Oh,
Oh yeah.
see, but that's the problem.
But I
There's
know what
actually-
you're saying.
But I know, but there's the problem. We laughed, right? We went, all right, girl on girl. But you know, I know what you meant actually. But see, there's the we're guilty of that because we're like, all right. But meanwhile, like she's not wrong. Oh, not wrong. No, what I was saying is we need like horror scale, like how. And in fact, I said for men and women, like hoe would be like number 1, and skank would be like 10. Is skank like the dirtiest you think you can be? And we should fill in like what would be what, like where what names would fit in from 1 to 10.
Number 1, curious. Number 10, bucket.
Perfect. Full circle. There you go.
Yes, exactly. There should be no scale.
And that's what I'm saying. No, and
exactly.
I got cut off. Actually, that's what I'm saying. It should be for like men and women. I'm saying we're one and the same.
It's a
If some
ridiculous
dudes-
argument to have in the first place.
It is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And who is anyone to judge? You know,
And
we're not.
we
Yeah,
we haven't quoted a comedian like Chris Rock said it best. Don't worry about how many guys she's been with. Don't act like you're planting a flag. Just be the one you're planting the flag right now. Just be happy you're the one planting the flag.
Yeah.
Right? Like, who cares? Right? We all have notches on our bedposts. Every one of us do.
Yeah.
So
Now, I want to go back to Ashley's comment. I would have been toothless if I talked to my parents the way kids talk to their parents nowadays. Now, I knew Glenn back in the day. He's a cool guy. Don't know if he's the same now, but if he is, I don't know about that. Now, you knew him different than I did. But Cindy, oh, good Lord, I incurred the wrath of Cindy once, and luckily I got out of there without any bruising. But, oh, man, it was that close to happening. It would not surprise me at all that she would be the mama bear, the tiger, the one to go get him.
like, but in Cindy's defense, you have Joe, Christine, Ashley,
Yeah.
Kristen, and Lindsay.
Yeah.
Though you're dealing with those 4, I could see Cindy being a little like, I'm gonna choke every one of them. You know, I can totally see it. So I don't blame her at all.
Yep, yep, absolutely. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's finish this video then. This one.
Rape all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's something we have to take seriously.
With 95.
So let's talk about that specific example. Should a woman who was raped be able to get an abortion?
I'm split on it, 50-50. But I think
Well,
95.
No. You are not in favor of saying yes. A woman who was raped should be able to choose to not bear that child?
I honestly don't know.
It sounds like you need to do a little more thinking
Yeah, I agree.
and a little more praying on it as well.
And that was the end of that clip. I added 5 seconds at the end, so I think I got it right. Yeah.
No, it was and I actually don't think Justin did a bad job there.
But then again, look, he was going up against a young person
Yes.
who did not have their ideas set in stone, or at least well thought out.
Yes, not at all. And that's the thing. If you're going to come at somebody and think like, ha ha, here we go, right? Be more prepared. Like, I love watching the Ben Shapiro videos when the liberals get up with him and start going like about young people, and it's just like, I mean, he'll let them talk, he'll let them say, it always degenerates to, well, at least you can't get your wife wet or something because he's making good points. He's making not good points, but he's trying to have a conversation, but it always divulges basically into name calling, and that's one thing. No matter what you think about Ben Shapiro, he doesn't call people names. Like he doesn't, right? So
he doesn't. He will be more tactful about how he insults someone. He won't resort to the 1 or 2 word name calling. He'll go into, I think, and I haven't watched a whole lot of him, into more of a person's ethics, morals, and values, and attack that and say, well, because you're this, you think this way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see. And I agree with Brody. He lies in an articulate way. On many things, you're very right. Yeah, he's a more refined Charlie Kirk. More refined. I do like watching the videos he has on YouTube though, when he's arguing with the woke people. Not arguing, but watching the woke videos, because they find the best woke videos. And they are amazing to watch. Just some of the people in the ether of the world are just like, wow. Good on you for like living like that. But man, it's got to be difficult.
Charlie Kirk is an absolute moron.
It's funny that Brody says that, because I think 2018 Brody would have really liked Charlie Kirk. I really do. 2018, 2017 Brody. Yeah, I think he would have really liked Charlie Kirk. And it shows, but this shows people can change.
Yeah.
People's ideas can change. People's beliefs can change. That I don't think enough people in this world realize that it's allowed to happen.
I'm going to find the most ridiculous picture of Brody that I can, and I'm going to put the caption below, people can change.
Yeah, no, see, Brody just said it. Brody thought he could be president one day. People, yeah, you're allowed to change. Yeah, but you also got to think with this, and I'm not defending Trudeau. I guess I am on this one in a way. Like, he's at a big media scrum. He's got cameras shoved in his face. It's loud, it's boisterous, and this kid is right there, obviously trying to bait him into something, I believe. Right? So, Jolene, you're a saint. That'd be great. That would be awesome. Jolene rules. That would be amazing. Oh, and just so you, Brody, Dewey says he should have the shirt for the weekend. He's been after the girl because world champion of the galaxy, future world champion of the galaxy. Well, he's always our champion. Dewey Robson. They're having a big show at the NMEX Center. So that's where the Hurricanes play this weekend. And he is in a ladder match for a newly made title. The title name escapes me. But I'm going with Coach. Jolene will be there with the boys because Brody is working. But yes, he should hopefully have the shirts, and I will get it to you. If he gets it, I will go run over and grab it and make sure that Jolene has it for Leo before the event. So
nice.
Yes, I will make sure. So, but yeah, that's the thing, Ashley. You just got like in the now what I would love is like maybe if the kid, I don't know. I see enough of the videos. I hope he is. Actually, we should really keep an eye out to see. Yeah, because Rhino is going to be there. They're from ECW, WWE. He is going to be there. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure if he is, I saw people have pictures with Carlito because Carlito was the big star at the last one. So hopefully Rhino will do some autographs. That'd be pretty sweet to meet him. He seems like a pretty cool guy. So, yeah. Have we got any other stories you'd like to discuss? We have 9 people right now. It's pretty awesome.
We do, and thanks to
keep
those
going.
who stuck around. Now, I think you showed me this picture, and no context needed.
Love it. That's what I was giggling about earlier when I looked in the brand there. I started laughing. When I first saw this picture, I'm like, Alex will love this. I immediately thought I need to send this to Alex because Alex will love this. Like and the way how stupid people are, I bet you it did. I bet you that's probably something pulled right off the onion, but it might be true. It might very well be true that picture got 1 million likes. That is amazing.
Before I clicked on that picture, just looking at it from afar, I thought, is that Junior from Texas Chainsaw?
Yes, and that's what it kind of looked like. Right? Keep it down there! Yeah,
you have to yell at him to keep it down.
No, it's my wife. Hey, baby.
Hey, Kim.
Talk to me like that.
Let's see some tennis. Damn. I was calling again.
No, he left.
Did he?
There you go to go back to
He did, yeah. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Keep it down.
No, you keep it down.
Yeah, actually, that's why I brought the clip in, because in contrast to that young person, yeah, Trudeau looked like he had the upper hand. Now, you're right in your other comment. If Trudeau was going up against someone who was of equal or closer age and had a bit more well thought out process, that would be something to see.
Okay, I know we just said, and like Brody said, he's a good liar. What would Ben Shapiro do to a Trudeau? I honestly think that he'd have Trudeau so flapped up just with how fast Ben can talk. Yeah. I don't think it'd be the knowledge. It'd be just the way Ben can just boom, 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 boom would really, I think it would throw him off.
Yeah, because Ben's been doing this long enough. I think he's got some of his attack points down pat. He could just... It's just like a comedian who's been doing something for 30 or 40 years. I'll go with this bit, then I'll hit him with this bit, then I'll go into that, and then I'll go into that. Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah, so do we have more stories you want to go through?
Yeah, I think Ben versus Trudeau would be going down.
I think so. See, but Brody, I know they're all cut. Some of them are, but from in the House channel. But he does a lot of and then just repeating. I think if he were to debate a guy like Ben Shapiro, that it would end up being, because Ben would be like, "No, I'm asking you a question. You're not answering the question. This was the question." Right? He gets that over. He gets that as it is. So could you imagine if he was, again, if you want to call him a professional shyster, and Ben Shapiro, like the guy who's like ready for this, right? Oh, look who woke up and put a comment down. Good job.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. There's one more story that I've been sitting on for a while. I keep forgetting to get to it. This is a gem of a story in that it's from the United States and it's absolutely ridiculous. It's because he uses English as a second language. I disagree with Brody. Well, you can stop right there. I know what you're talking about.
Friction in the household. Wait, it's Monday. Oh, Brody's still home. Go smack him around. Jolene, if you're sitting beside him, pinch his nipple for me.
I was going to say, are they not in the same household?
Brody works up north, right? So I don't know if he's still home or is left to go back north yet. But if he's beside you, can you pinch his nipple?
He stutters less. Well, now Trudeau's got one up on me because I don't speak any French.
Sucker les bleus.
Excuse
Messy buckets.
me. Oh.
Okay, get on the story you've been sitting on.
All right. Okay, so I found this through the Friendly Atheist podcast a few weeks ago.
Okay.
This story, well, this website is called showmethetoes.com. It's not what it looks like. Just go with me on this for the
Okay.
moment. Okay.
I'm upset I'm not seeing any toes yet.
There's a church in the United States. It's run by Pastor John Lindell. He said to do the TLDR that one of his congregates grew her toes back. See, I think she had gotten into an altercation with her ex-husband. He shot her, like blew off 3 toes, put some bullets in her. She lived. She got injured. The pastor said, and I think this was a month or 2 ago, that the toes grew back. This website is in response to those toes being shot off and grown back. So email us at proof@showmethetoes.com. Now, one of the hilarious things, and I found this the day after the website had gone up. Not only was the website up, but there's an Instagram page, Show Me the Toes. You know, there's something to be said about people having all this time to waste, but some people really know how to use their time well. This is one of those things.
I'm such an ass. I was so hoping I'd see like a nub with like some popsicle sticks with like hot dogs on them painted. There, my toes.
Look at this. You need 3 new toes? Best I can do is some cultish grifter friends who will hide you. Let's go do some paperwork.
I immediately thought of The Simpsons when Homer was reaching in the candy machine and he got his hand stuck and the fire department had to come cut his hand out. And Homer's like, if you cut it off, it'll grow back, right? And they're like, yeah. And then they're like, sir, are you just holding onto the can? And your point? Oh, that's great stuff. That's phenomenal.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to see the toes.
Yeah,
Again, you're
I
going to
wanna
claim
see-
that. You need to, yeah.
I want to see those toes grow back.
Yep, I agree. I need to see it. Yeah.
It's Karen time.
Yes!
Yes.
I choked up my spit. That one where that big black girl just punches that chick in the face. Like, every time I go, ooh. You've used that what? How many weeks have we been using that video now? And every time she punches her, I'm like, ooh. Like, oof. Ah, great googly moogly. Ow. Biscuit.
So, Planet Fitness.
I think
I've
I know
never
what you're
been
talking
there.
about. Okay.
But apparently at Planet Fitness, you can get things like Tootsie Rolls and pizza. Why? I ask you, good people, why would you go to a gym to get Tootsie Rolls and pizza?
Can I just say this before you continue?
Yes.
Everybody knows my thought about pizza because I'd be a lot further along on my weight loss journey, but pizza, one of my favorite things in the world. I believe that the Tootsie Roll is very underrated. I feel that a lot of people take poop on it because it looks like poop, but it tastes delicious. I don't think there's enough. Your face. Well, I love Tootsie Rolls. They're delicious. And I had to go until you had that look.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. My friend Alex has more than a 2-word vocabulary. Don't you, Alex?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, continue.
Criminally underrated. So Nick and Brody are going to start a podcast called Underrated Tootsie. Look for it on Spotify.
I think that could sell. And everybody's going to show up like that stupid Toes website looking for toes. And they're thinking we're going to be talking about like buttholes or something. And then we're just talking about chocolate. Wait.
You're going to call it Show Me the Tootsie.
Yeah. And then they're going to think like they're going to show them like Tushies. And that's its code so it don't get doxxed. And then they'll be disappointed because we're just going to talk about the criminally underrated Tootsie Roll. Yes. Oh, excuse me.
Underrated with it. No, don't do it.
With Tootsie and Roll. That's ridiculous. That was wonderful. I love it. Oh, that's a solid bowl tonight. Write this stuff down.
In the world of dad jokes, one man without hair or a brain topped them all.
You win. Wait, I'll mark this down. Point for Brody. I don't know who he's against, but Brody's now winning 1-0. I wrote that down. I gotta come in here because I'm writing on my piece of paper like 1-0. Who's winning? I mean, I'm not even gonna remember who the hell we're talking about.
And it's not even going to be tomorrow or 2 weeks from now. You're going to say, huh? It's going to be 5 minutes. You're going to like, what?
Yeah, pretty much.
What? Anyway. So Planet Fitness. Apparently, this video came out 2 years ago. And my girlfriend brought it to my attention yesterday. No, it was Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah, it was Saturday.
Okay. You have me intrigued.
You can get such a workout doing this. I ought to do it at my gym.
What is that? The Tootsie Rolls.
I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna kill my bitch.
Pause. Anyone that would say men should not hit women, this is the time where if he clocked her, I'd be like, well, she hit him and struck him. And I like the adage of keep your hands to yourself. And I don't know. I wish we would have context to know what happened. Perhaps the woman in the moo wanted some Tootsie Rolls and they fell over out of her grazing bucket. And that's why she's so upset. But yeah, continue the video, please.
So I can see 4 criminal charges here. Destruction of private property, assault, uttering threats, and I forgot the 4th one. So
destruction of private, uttering threats, assault.
Oh, this is what the police always throw in, even though it gets thrown out most of the time when it comes to court or actual charges. Disorderly conduct.
Her conduct was disorderly. Okay.
Indeed. I'm so glad I paused it here because hopefully it does not freeze or stutter when I hit play. Otherwise, I'll have to go back. Equal opportunity. Oh, Alma's in favor of getting clocked back. This person's what she's talking about. She's hangry. Maybe. We will see.
Looks like she's going to do a burpee. He's restraining himself very well.
Everyone thought that he hit me. Lost your job. Lost your freedom.
Did he hit her?
I don't know.
Okay, hold on. I think I can control this. I'm going to take over here.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he threw something at her.
I
See that? He threw something there.
Hmm.
So I'm going to go back here to 20. Okay, watch.
I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna kill my kids.
Okay, she threw something at him first, and then he threw something at her. So, yeah.
You wanna touch me? You wanna touch me? I'm trying to finish.
No, I really don't want to touch him. Watch the camera here. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
about that.
That was something.
Number of calories burned. Who wants to guess?
Well, 7.
10,000.
Yeah, right. Frick. All right. Well, that was something. Wow. Lots of anger.
You want a stupid person video as well?
Of course I do. And our
Yeah.
moment of zen before we go.
Yes. Here's stupid people. I like to amuse myself sometimes.
Oh,
Could have been a paper clipboard, yeah. I think I'll go with that.
but it looked like she had thrown something first, and he just retaliated. So
Okay, so we're gonna go, of course, with a guy in an airport.
oh great.
Yes.
These always end well.
Fucking flight. About 3 margaritas. Yeah, you got a fucking problem with that? Why do you have a fucking problem with that? And you have a fucking liquor bar in this fucking airport. Fuck you! Listen. I'm on a fucking flight.
What are you gonna drop some beats there, Eminem? Listen.
Listen! Why? There's no reason to arrest me.
Turn around now.
Why?
Turn around. All right, come on. Let's go. Stand arrest.
Hey!
On the ground. Fuck you,
Oh my god! Oh, I thought he shot an armbar on him.
Get away!
Wow.
Now, one may be asking themselves, why is that in the stupid person category? Good question. Thank you for asking.
You're welcome.
Don't try and fight the police. Number one, it's equivalent to saying you're under arrest. No, I'm not. Remember that Karen from 2 weeks ago?
Yes, no,
Yeah,
I'm not.
exactly.
It's funny because listen, yeah. Yeah. Oh, listen. No, I'm not listening. Yeah, and like how she used the political correct term. The people we play against. Yeah. I was actually thinking margarita. It wasn't margarita, it was daiquiris. I think we bought them at Walmart in Prince George. Do you remember those pre-made daiquiris that I used to buy? The strawberry daiquiris?
Yes.
And I just sit there with a straw in there. Just big tub of daiquiri mix. So, yeah.
And I like how he announced at the beginning of the video, of course he didn't know he was being recorded, but about 3 daiquiris. Wow. So consumption of alcohol, I don't know if that's exactly illegal in an airport. Probably not, because they serve it, but to admit that to the police.
Yes. But there was, okay, I realized alcohol affects people in way different ways, but if 3 daiquiris makes you white girl wasted, perhaps you should stay away from the alcohol, sir. Just saying.
And if the police say you're under arrest and your immediate response is, why? You're going down.
Why? Yeah. So
Equivalent to, no, I'm not.
no, I'm not. No, I'm not. That was the best. Like, you're under arrest. No, I'm not.
Well, I'm from the country. No one cares
Yeah,
where
no
you're
one-
from.
No
You're
one gives
under
a
arrest.
rat's patoot where you're from.
I'm from the country. Okay, so the laws are different in the country.
We're gonna eat yourself a lot of peaches.
Millions of peaches. I could eat a peach for hours. Face off.
Ew.
Nicolas
Face
Cage.
off, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Movie that I'm going to recommend, and I know I'm jumping in before your song recommendation, but I
dare
saw
you.
Renfield last night in the theater.
How was it?
Great.
Great. Excellent.
Great. Very enjoyable, very entertaining. As Frank said, our friend Frank from The Harsh Truth in the chat, in the description down below, turn your brain off, stuff your face full of popcorn, and enjoy. It's Nicolas Cage as Count Dracula. Enough said. We're not talking what was it, Vampire's Kiss he did in 1988.
Yeah.
We're talking Nicolas Cage, who has accumulated years and years of acting. We know him. The amount of crazy things we see him do on screen is awesome.
Yep.
He just chews the scenery. It's a great film. Nicholas Hoult is in it too. Good actor. If you remember seeing Warm Bodies from 2013, he played a zombie. Very good movie.
That was pretty
And-
decent. I remember watching it.
Yeah, Rob Corddry is in that too. He's great because zombies in that film, they can talk, but not much. So you have to emote through your face. He does a great job. So shout out to Rob Corddry. And Teresa Palmer is in there too, the Kristen Stewart lookalike, like that movie. And another movie that Nicholas Hoult was in from last year, The Menu, with Anya Taylor-Joy and Ray Fiennes. Good movie. Very good.
Good choices.
Yes.
For my songs, I'm going to choose the original and the cover of set songs, where I really enjoyed the original, but the cover blew it out of the water. And that is Lovers in a Dangerous Time. Originally by Bruce Cockburn, covered by the Bare Naked Ladies. And I believe that was actually on our one of the shows we did with greatest covers, for sure. Would have been on mine. But talk about taking a song and making it your own. I enjoy both versions of the song, but the Bare Naked Ladies version is absolutely wonderful. So, Lovers in a Dangerous Time.
Excellent. Yeah, Brody, go see Renfield. Very good movie. Very enjoyable. Awkwafina's in it too. She gives a good performance.
Nice.
And now, y'all know what's coming.
Yeah, we do.
Here is your moment of Zen.
Get up there and put money in her thing.
Beautiful.
Awesome. Amazing. I love seeing young people play music, just because it gives you hope that music's gonna, I mean, music will live forever, but you see talent like that it's excellent to see. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yes.
That was
And
awesome.
I hope that person goes on to do great things musically, because that to put a song like that to violin, I would not have thought of that. Of course, I don't do much thinking.
I'll do enough for both of us, my friend.
Yes. Thank you to everyone who chimed in tonight. Chad, Ryan, Wade, Beverly, Ashley, Brody, Bolo and Alma, Jolene, James, and anyone else who watched, even if only for a moment. Thank you so much for helping to pump up those view counts. That's what we're looking for. That's how we get our serotonin as we age. Attention.
Most definitely.
We like the attention.
We do.
People we haven't seen in a while: Sarah, Hanama, Overseer, Really, Casey, Penny, Trish, Frank, Jen, Trevor G, both Jolene's, and a shout out to Gareth. Thank you, Dad. What, you been here
Thanks,
the whole
Bruce.
time? You just been sitting there or what? Anyway.
Like a creepy skinny guy who's cold, apparently.
We'll be back next Monday, of course, 6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Berta time. Again, thank you all for being here. We are and are not sorry for wasting your time.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night and a great week. Stay safe and just love each other. Just make this world a better place. Just love one another. Have a great week, guys.
Unless you vote for the PPC.